What's up, nerds? Just doing a quick Saturday morning live stream where we post some viewer builds. Should be fun. We've got a starting point here of things that folks asked us to run on this post. Let's have a quick look. So we've been picking these off one at a time. Bunch of cannons, mass deck gunners with shade wraiths. That's going to be a hard one, I think. Those units are not good. Ancient Sally, Solar Engine, Troglodon, Mazda Net, Wombo combo. So we'll give these a quick shot. Just felt like practicing a little in the morning. And then we're also working right now on improving our earned APM. So this is like not how many total clicks you do, but how many effective orders you input. And what that means for this is I'm going to be trying to just issue one command per unit movement because I like to spam click too much. And I think that's been holding me back a little bit. So we'll give it a shot. Oh, yeah. Also, just really quickly, you're going to make sure the stream is actually live because I don't know how to use YouTube very well. Yeah, I think we're up. Cool. Stream is live. Okay. So what do we got? I think we should try to do the Shade Wraith, or we can vary the stip by the map a little bit. Let's do the Lizard Wombo combo on this map. It's like not a great shooting map, but the SEs can play pretty well here. VC, okay, yeah, I think we can make this happen. It's not like 100% optimal against VC, but whatever. So we go net, probably a heal. And I don't actually hate Roiling Skies against the VC. Take that stuff. Let's see. What were the details of the stip? We need to honor the stip. Honor the stip to the letter. Okay, so we got the request was post comments. Ancient Salamander plus Solar Engine plus Troglodon plus Mazda. They've been experimenting with it. Okay, so there's some wiggle room, but basically we'll try the Ancient Sally. I like that. And I actually kind of like... I want to play more with the Troglodons. It's a very cool unit. Let's try that. We'll eat some Sally packs in there so we can like really focus fire. We'll take some Saurus Spears so that we can hold. Yeah. Sure, why not? We'll take the RAR. That seems like a build. We'll throw in a fuck ton of skinks because skinks... Actually, maybe we start some of them skinks. Maybe we start the skinks so that we can go contest the point. A bunch of cav, because we need cav. And then we don't want to be too tall here, probably. So maybe like one of these. Because we don't have a lot of like ability to contest the ground game. So we want to make sure that we have some stuff to actually win the game once we get ahead shooting. Maybe cut that. Fuck it. Close enough. Send it. And people like to exit out on ladder. So we're going to be refreshing and giving our opponent a chance to get their build ready so that we don't just like constantly more high health Tabith. The Algia stock build. Nice, man. Yeah, you guys are thirsty for blood. You just want to see me lose. Some of these stiffs are so hard. The fire stiff I'm 0-4 on just because there's like no cav. I'll do a video about all the losses I had on the fire stiff later. It's like Demons of Chaos, Fire Lord. If the stiff is high elves, that's pretty tractable actually. Just high elves the faction. They're so bad that playing them is a stiff. High elves are fine. They're like C tier. They don't have the oomph of top tier factions, but they can win. I kind of like this lizard's idea. So we're gonna like try to net their lord and focus fire it with all our fire monsters. The white lions, yeah. I was trying them in a tournament and they didn't do great for me. Yeah, fewer sips. Yeah, like I'll try this stuff. We'll try anything. It works best if the stiff is like demanding but winnable. The full memes are tough. Although this is pub ladder, so sometimes this opponent has no name. This might be one of the better A lot of the ladderers in higher elo ladder are just like good Chinese players. So it's not a given. It used to be like you just auto win when you ladder. But some of these guys slap, I will say that. I have respect for the ladder grinders. Okay, what do we got? He's got a Gorst. That is like a pretty meta build. Bunch of Crypt Horrors. These are Skelly Warriors. You always want to check your VC opponents. It's got Graveguard at the back, so those are a good target. What's on Gorst? He's got pretty stock kit. Okay. So we want to summon our Kite Elements ASAP. Get over there, start pressuring. If we can, we would love to net and just insta-kill Mr. Heinrich. Or not Gorst, it's Heinrich. Tiny brains. Okay, so he's got some doggos. Actually, I think we can contest the doggos. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, come to daddy. Come to daddy. Give me the net. Give me the net. Give me the net. Give me the net. Give it. Shit. Damn it. I thought we'd get it right there. I was like really excited. Okay. So we do need to like kite back significantly here. This player is good. But will he? This doesn't have very long range, does it? Give me the net. Give it. Oh. Yes. Fucking butt, boys. We need some cav and stuff. We don't have a good... I think the shooting is partially obstructed here. This might be one of those, like, int-worthy nets where you, like, net them, and it causes you to over-engage your whole army, and then you die. That was a little bit underwhelming. Okay, so we're going to need a little bit of hold. Running these dogs in. Yeah, that was not what we wanted. A little bit underwhelming. We do need some calves so that we can screen out the bats. I guess we can just use these guys because we need them now and they're cheap. Try to get some hits on that. Get these guys out. Map's a little awkward for like kite spam. Oh. See if we can take these out. We're totally going to lose this game, guys. Looks bad. Looks bad. Put these over here. Get these away from the fire. If the Sally packs die, we're dead. We need these fuckers to win the game. Okay, send that in. Our opponent's actually pretty good. They're like microing and stuff. I was sort of hoping we could lean on opponent is not good. It's a problem. It's a big problem. Opponent is skillful. You don't want that. You want easy. Oh. Snipe him. It's a problem. We might be able to get the Lord. If we can get the Lord, I think we're cooking. Yeah, fuck them up, boys. And a good leadership boost there. Rub these out. Rub these back. Oh, no, we didn't get him. All right. Finish him, Troglodon. Troglodon is like a Pokemon name. Go, Troglodon. Maybe we can get the shot off. We went pretty deep on kite, although this whole idea kind of requires it. Where's the... Okay, we're in the backfield. Oh. Kemmler's crumbling. Okay. We're kind of cooking. We're actually getting enough value. Well, he dived us that we might be able to just win, even when he takes out the skirmish elements. Just because like the price of diving our backfield was so steep for him. We do need to be a little mindful of Mazda here, I suppose. We're gonna need a peel. Back here, run those over there. Oh, we did get Gorst sick. Or we got Kemmler. I always mix up Kemmler and Gorst. This actually looks pretty good. It's kind of funny, like, we wove the, like, red flag to summon the bull with all our kite stuff, and then we just went and beat the rest of his field while that was all going on. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. These fuckers, they will get absolutely rolled by these. Oh, we can do the thing where we use the ability on the RAR. I think it AoE buffs right now. I'm not actually sure about that. Yeah, that's probably fine. Okay, so now we need lots of cav. And we'd really like to get Mazda over here and pop these guys. Because there's no, like, good infantry targets over here for Mazda's abilities, really. And we don't particularly want to get stuck in this backfield. Is that which knight is that? That's the anti-infantry one. Okay, we can handle that. Actually, this is a good target for Mazda's abilities. Net. Runation. Troglodon shots. This should just erase these fuckers. Vortex. Just all the things. Pop all the things. Let's run this away. These Graveguard Great Weapons are going to fuck us up over here. We can heal this guy. Okay, yeah, that's kind of working. Our abilities did some pretty good damage to the Blood Knights. We take those. We take those. I think these guys will kill White Kings now that they're nerfed. We need to get some support over here to manage these Graveguard Great Weapons, or they're gonna fuck our shit up. Yeah, this is kind of working. For some definitions of working. Sure. Seems fine. Okay, these little fuckers are not dealing with this effectively because of their spells. We need you to come back so that we can win this fight. Looks okay. Could be worse. One was out there. We'll fight the Blood Knights. We'll fight the Blood Knights. You get out of there. And I think we're in a position where we can resummon a Sally Pack and use it to start picking some things off. The sandwich on the Blood Knights should be pretty effective here. I need something to kill the damn White Kings, you know. Okay, so he resummoned his Lord, so that'll be a little bit of an issue because we can expect like heals and zombie summons and stuff to be coming out momentarily. But not the biggest problem. And we want to probably just try to kill him again. It'd be funny if we just like kill his Lord a bunch of times with our nets. We want to wait at this point in the game though until there's like, oh, we can't lose Mazda. We will lose the game if we lose Mr. Mazda. Okay, send these in. Run with that. What is this? Not a good target. Okay. The Fat Frog can be like actually a pretty good bait. But he is taking enough damage that we should be concerned. Oh god. Oh god. Cast on self. Cast shield. Shield didn't get off. If we have to resummon him, it's not the absolute end of the world, but it's like certainly not ideal. I think he's gonna die. Yep. Okay, so to win this game, we're definitely going to need to get a Mazda resummon off. This is an exciting game. We got Lord picks on both sides. And then we might actually be able to kill his Lord again, to be honest. The Rampage. This is like not the best fight ever for us, but it's not the worst either. And I think we're just going to start saving for Mazda at this point. Like, it's not insane that we would resummon him here. We do need the leadership on all these guys to hold. If we can get us around, that'll be pretty good. This is definitely looking like a little bit sketchy, to be honest. The White Kings have been eating our lunch. What I'm unsure about here is, like, are we going to be able to hold long enough without the leadership to get the Mazda resummon off? Because, like, we sort of need to protect these. Yeah, I don't think we can afford to. We needed our damage dealers. We need our damage dealers to live. So we have to summon here, and then when he chases those, we'll still get the Mazda out. It was just in that particular situation we needed to summon. Maybe we can't afford Mazda. It's pretty awkward. The trees are peeling our ranged. Maybe we can kill. He's not paying attention over here. Yeah, we have to summon him. There's just like no way we're going to be able to hold without our Lord. So we're just going to chill for a little bit here. And we're kiting orthogonally over here so that we can have the unit that he's not on top of get some damage off. Oh, maybe we can backcap him. Don't mind that. Oh, God. Bats. The buffed bats are pretty scary, to be honest. They just made them cost less recently. You get out of here. I think we overcommitted Mazda on the ground, and that may prove decisive, like we lose because of that. Because I think if he's alive, we have a pretty easy time here, like pulling this one out. But because he's not, now we have to like scrap quite a bit. All right, here he is. You. Oh, it's sad we don't have any WOM. Rally, rally, rally. Please rally. I would really like this unit to be alive. We did actually succeed in triple capping him, which is pretty funny. But we're scrapping, we're scrapping. We might be able to pull some like Lizard late game bullshit here, where we like hold all 3 points and then we summon lots of fast things. Okay, he's bringing a Mortis in. That's interesting. Oh, yikes, yikes, yikes. Yeah, that's gonna reroute. That's fine. So he wants to use this Mortis. Interesting. What? He really doesn't have a lot of cap weight, so we could probably play a little ring around the Rosie here. Yeah, I can see it. The situation is bad, but not unsalvageable. Get these over there. You fight the Mortis. It's funny that these like 15 unbreakable guys are still like chunking away on the White King. Oh, we need to get a click. You go over there. Oh damn, he got this back. That's bad. Do some damage to the Mortis. He does need to 3-cap us here, which could prove sufficient. I would like to recap this point if at all possible, but I'm not sure that we're going to be able to do that. Slightly risky banishment, but if we high roll it, that'll win the game by itself probably. And now I think we just swarm. Yeah, this looks winnable. He needs to be pretty careful. We can definitely like ambush him and take this point. And similarly, he's got to get a bunch of cap weight together to take his home point back, which he may not be able to do. Okay, those are stuck. Those are not going anywhere. And we're kind of getting to the point of the game where we want to like just yeet stuff onto the points. I'm not sure if our kite plan really worked here for the stip. It's like fun when you do the stip and then the reason you win is the stip. But generally, it wasn't like so bad that we couldn't win. But I think we've got this one just like holding out the point. Just some like scrappy late game Lizard play. This is kind of like the good thing that Lizards can do. They have a lot of bad things they can do, but scrapping out wins on the points is definitely in the bucket of good things Lizards can do. And yeah, there's just no way he's going to be able to take our home point. If anything, he's like at risk of losing this midpoint, and we've stuffed him over there. So we can win on points. Not bad. I think that the key play there was the back cap. Like, we recognized that we were in kind of a bad situation in terms of the game state. And so we got that, like, cheeky back cap with the skirms that had routed and come back. And then that put us really far ahead on points and created enough of a margin that we could win despite having lost the fight. And it looks like we're, like, up on value, but I don't think we are. Like, the eyeball test doesn't look that good for us here. Actually, maybe it's fine. I guess we've been casting Apotheosis all game. So a lot of these things actually have okay health here. And there's just no chance he's taking this point. Get some more Troglodyte. The Troglodon, I think, actually did all right. Oh, no, it did. Wait, that's the tide. Yeah, oh, shit. The Troglodon got 3k value. Okay. Well, that's interesting. That's interesting, huh? Blizzards, VC, step 1. Cool. Right, let's update our record. We got one of our stips down. Not bad. I can do one from Chad also. Update our record. Place. Not bad. I'm still figuring out some of the like the stream setup stuff. So save this to desktop. Replace the image. Now what do I need to do to get this sucker to refresh? Yeah. That was a fun game. Why is this not updating? One more try. Export. Desktop. Export. Oh, I see. I wasn't pressing like the... I was stacking up some confirmation dialogues. Okay, there we go. All right. Oh, the Troglodon really impressed me there. So actually, other than inting Mazda, the stip units had a pretty good game. It was, I guess we probably can't take the Troglodons and the Sally Packs. I'm used to taking Sally Packs as my sole kite element. And then you have, like, a whole bunch of stuff that you can use to protect them. But when we run the, just the lizards like that, we don't have that option. So probably we want to go, like, more of a melee. Oh, also the cohort did great. That's funny. I thought this unit wasn't doing well, but I guess the last couple of live ones got their value. Anyways, we probably want to just run Troglodons. Like, double Troglodon, Mazda, no Sally Packs, or like a reinforcement Sally Pack for once we have control. Okay, that's a good stip. High elves. Tabith, the stip is high elves. And you love the white light. Yeah, let's do a high elf game. Let's do a stream stip. Folks in chat get priority. Let's just go. Let's try to make the white lions work. We can go like max white lions. I've also Stingers, who's like one of the resident RTK high elf wizards, was saying that the dragon princes are like pretty good right now. Like the acceleration buffs helped them a little bit, and they were actually low key okay before. So that's another unit where I'm kind of like I should probably try that out more. That VC opponent was pretty good. I wonder. Oh, I've queued. Okay, I know what's going on. There's like 5 really good Chinese players that I practice with sometimes, and I feel like they're all up. So I can go ask Samurai what's going on. These guys are like good, like as good as the best Western players. I still think the best player in the game right now is Salisaria. He's inactive, but his skill ceiling is like so damn high. Oh god, we're playing against Hanasaki's Walk on the map where we can't shoot. Well, yeah, let's try the HE, High Elves, Dark Elves, TK. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. And then we probably want a Melee Lord. I kind of want to just try the new shit. Like all the things that have been buffed. But I don't know if this is the... I don't know if Tyrion buffs were enough. He's kind of... Like, does he even beat Archie is a funny question. Because he doesn't really have that much health. Yeah, fuck it. Let's try it. Does he even have terror? Oh god, no. No, we're not doing that. Yeah, let's try some Dragon Princes. Buff Silver Helms, sure. Hanasaki's very good. He's like an elite player, so this is not like your casual easy ladder wins type situation. What do we want for Lord Kit? I'm a little bit tempted. So you have to have something to kill Archie, basically. Like if you can't kill Archie, you lose. So we need to figure that out. What are we doing about Archie? We could do a dragon with good spells to snipe him, maybe. Like high magic, and then we go like unforging. Yeah, I don't hate this. And then we have like something for if we're not worried about Archie. Like Soul Quench is, I normally like it, but it's not good on this map. A Lethanar snipe. I like that on most maps, but we're playing like this meme map, Gates of Ekrund, and it's like mono trees basically. Because we're laddering, we're playing the base game maps. Maybe we go lighter on the White Lions and we fight him in the mobility game. Hey, how's it going, Banja? I kind of like Omen of Asurian. These guys probably goon Archie just fine. And then we can go like a bunch of Reaver archers to fight his skirm game. This is pretty all in, but no, these are so terrible on this map. Let's play more of a melee game. I do want to see. I think these units are not good, but I want to see. I want to give them a try, and then we'll just take a couple basic archers to counter skirmish. Imric, Imric's fine, I think. Yeah, he's got game. Nothing wrong with Imric. I don't know if you guys can hear the dogs in the background. They're I'm babysitting, and they're very vocal. They have a lot to say. I think Silverhelms actually beat the Light Cav. Oh, and if I remember correctly, the Chinese players really like stone trolls. We don't really have AP missiles. Solly's been absent, or Imric's been absent. Solly's just played other games. But his skill ceiling is very high still. Huh. Man, this is awkward because we like... The White Lions aren't going to be able to catch him effectively. And we can't really shoot him. So the question is, like, how are we winning? I guess maybe we go for a bunch of drag. I want to test this unit. I might need to go check out the dogs. They're being very vocal. Anytime they bark too much, you're like, uh-oh. All right, chat. I'll be right back with an update. Laura. Everything's good. Maybe not. Dogs are idiots. They went outside and then they got stuck and were mad. Dogs. Okay. We're gonna go full balls to the wall on this. We're gonna assassinate. Yes, good. Commitment. And then I guess we take like a little bit of infantry, sure. And just so he can't kite us forever. A little bit of this. Could be good, could be bad. We'll find out. Can't chevron that. Oh, that's interesting. Panic check. Yeah, we'll do that if it comes up. I like that idea. This is maybe like the worst idea, but we'll see. Maybe no, we can't afford those. Yeah, sure. Sloppy chevron, whatever. It's close enough. Cut that. Cut that. We need a little because we're going for like mass SE cheese. We need a little more cap weight here. I don't think infinite SEs is compatible with not having any infantry, unfortunately. And maybe so that we can clear mass inf. No shooting whatsoever is kind of sketchy. And I think the Shadow Warriors actually have a better. Oh yeah, perfect. Take one Shadow Warrior, sure. Perfect spend. They have a better damage profile than the Skirm Cav. This is a build. This is a build. This build's a little drunk. We'll see if it goes home in sorrow. I don't mind it. I'm gonna ask the Chinese players. I'm gonna ask them if they were queuing. On purpose, or if this just is what they're up to on ladder right now. I love these guys. They're fun to practice with. It's like it's kind of interesting because there's not too much overlap between the China scene and the Western scene, but they're like equally creative and skilled for sure when you play with them. There's a tournament that they're hosting right now over in one of the other discords for land battlers to try to get like a little bit more community crossover. I'd love to see it. You know, we got a small community. It's fun when you get to see the ideas other people come up with from other geos. I'm a big fan of Chinese Total War. Yeah, that panic check, that interaction might prove to be like very relevant here because this build is like so cold. The Hell Cannon. Do you know if it works if they decrew? It's Vanja. It's different in Korea and China. So Chinese players have a lot of different meta plays, but they generally play like good, efficient builds. They're like smart people, so it looks a lot like Western meta. They actually go wider. They like big infantry heavy builds, kind of like our RTK. Korea, there's basically like one really good Dom player. And there's some solid players who are like not as crazy, and then a lot of really good land battlers. So like whatever Takoyaki is doing is the Korean meta, and he actually likes to play pretty wide too. So he plays like a lot of melee factions. So it's not dissimilar from like Western meta really. Okay, so we got Sarth. Oh my god, does he have Final Trans? He does. Shit. Okay, we got to be careful about that. And then a bunch of Chaos Warriors. His build is not very mobile, so we can potentially punish that. But also, our units don't do very good damage to those. So that's his build is very well set up to beat ours, to be honest. But we can kind of play a multi-point game. I expect he'll summon in a Hell Cannon at some point. If he doesn't, we're like kind of cooking here. We'll get this over there. This over there. We do need to cap these points. And the halberds are the thing that we are most afraid of. Oh, that was a nice dodge. This sick dodge by him. So we're not getting much out of that one. Glide these away. Shooty shoot. Glide these over. Shooty shoot. I would like to get some damage off on Sarth here. This is pretty heads up play. So we can't take a blob fight against the build that he's come with. And we also can't really land on him. So I guess all we can really do here is like shoot and try to accumulate advantage that way. And then we just need to make sure he can't take the far point. Because we will slowly like get ahead if like he's also gonna be deep enough in here that he's gonna have to like spawn chase us. But we're not really doing particularly much damage to him, which is a big problem. Because the trolls and Sarth do a pretty good job covering. I'm gonna try to get the Rar out, I think. That away, and then we just have to be like ultra Johnny on the spot about avoiding his bombardments, because those will fuck us up. Get that off of Chaos Warriors. Counterfire his skirms. Uh-oh, this is bad. That was not worth it. This is fine. This is fine. If he just lets us sit here shooting him forever, we're going to get far enough ahead that it's okay, I think. I'd really like to get that skirm cav down. And we have to be very cautious of, like, the big final trans. Yeah, this is good play from him. I don't know if we're going to be able to do enough damage to get in here, you know. Maybe we can pick off a troll. Run these away. Nice. We should be able to get a shock route on this troll here. And then we need to run this out of the bombardment. Oh god. Maybe we can get a big Phoenix blob here. And it begins. I don't entirely want this fight, but I'm not sure we can actually meaningfully avoid it. The problem here is, like, the final trans will absolutely fuck us up. We don't really... what is this? He's got rust on us, okay. We don't really have the ability to avoid a blob. Which is fucking awkward, as they say. Maybe what we can do is just not blob in our elite cav. And we put the Phoenixes on Sarth. I don't hate that, actually. Yeah, let's just try to burst Sarth. And then we'll get a... we'll get a big cast off on him. The Knights do need to be active, though. And so does the Lord. Okay, there he goes for his final trans. Oh, whoops, we walked into it. Oh, God. Tiny, tiny brains. Tiny, tiny brains. Our brains are small. Punishment for tiny brains. Get this out. Get a charge off there. Get this out. We need to keep the Frost Heart up, because that's the only thing that can actually catch. Run those away. Cycle charge. Run that away. Cast that. You go over there. And I think I think we accept this, to be honest. Oh god, he's going to bombard our elites. Problem. Yeah, we took a lot of damage there. This guy's good. He's very good. Heal my lord. If we can pick off Sarth, I think we can probably Terror Blob the game out. So I'm just going to go all in right now. Okay. I was like, damn, he had another final trans already. But no, not a final trans. Okay, now we just need to get our lord out. I think we're going to be able to get the Sarth. Although maybe not. And we don't... Our summons are getting blocked here, which is pretty awkward. Run the lord. Just get a charge where we can over here. Yo. I see. So Sarth is about to go down, and I think he popped up an undercast final trans, which we don't mind. Okay, we got him. We'll see if we end up on a lord trade, or if we just go up a lord here. The lord trade, we probably don't win the game. Going up a lord, we probably do. So we'll charge in and try to get out. And I don't think we have... this is not a great fight for us, to be honest, but I don't know if we have the time to avoid it. Okay, so that worked. Charge in the rear. Self-heal. We're hoping the cheesy healing on the Phoenix does work for us here. Okay, so we can roll these things up. This is going to be pretty close. We definitely got hard countered by his selection of Lord and Caster Kit. But it might not prove to be a problem. Because we got like slightly better play action on the dives and such. We need to go over here. So this will try to route the trolls. And then our Lord is going to go get a rear charge here. We don't really want this blob fight, but there's just no option. Keep healing the Lord, and then we just pray to God the Phoenix heals are kind to us. And I don't think he's going to be able to... I don't think he's going to be able to summon his Lord back. All right. Let's go, Phoenix heal! Daddy needs a Phoenix heal! One time! One time, dealer! Oh god. He's got Skirm Cav in there. Run the Lord back. He's trying to get a Lord pick with the Skirm Cav, so we'll send our shielded. Actually, I don't think we have shields on those. We'll just run the Lord out, heal itself. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So now we're cooking. Because we've stabilized, we have Lord advantage. We're down on value somehow. I guess he did get a lot of value off on... Oh, he's had enough. All right. Excellent. High Elf spam stip works. 12, HL, lock, Hanasaki. Hanasaki's really good. I was not expecting like pop in the pub ladder and have to do like playoff level games. I probably shouldn't bring meme builds against Hanasaki, to be honest. Oh yeah, sure. The overlay for the record to the south. Oh shit. Yeah. Yeah, let me fix that. That's a good shout. I'm still that I love to get that kind of input because I'm still figuring out the stream setup. One sec, I'm just diddling with somehow the OBS overlay on the other side of the screen has gotten locked in. So I'm just futzing with my buttons. Okay, move the chat. Where is a safe? There's probably no meaningful game elements like up here. Because if we move it to the bot, I think it hides our spell selections and WOM indicator. I guess we could put it here. Bottom left is pretty safe. There's not a lot going on over there. Cool. Record 2-0. Let's see. I'm trying to see if I got the... I'm using GIMP for image editing. Let's see. Did that update the stream record? Nice. Yeah, Hanasaki's not fucking around. That's a serious player. Like if he were to go play with RTK folks and prepare for a championship, I'm pretty sure he's the kind of player that could actually like win. Not like some games, but the whole like tour and end of season event. He's got very good micro and game sense, and he makes smart builds. So beating him with a high elf meme build is pretty good. We don't mind that. Okay, let's see. We've got some stips still to fill from the original post. What do we got? Cannons. I love cannons. Let's do that. Although it's got to be the right map. So we like that last map. There's no way we could do the cannon stip. What else do we got here? So we haven't done cannons. I love cannons. We haven't done Sally and Razordon Kite with no infantry support. Okay, okay. We can do monsters, cabin skirms. I like that. That'll be a fun one from Shaftesbury. So we've got basically like 2 boxes. I should get a link to this stream, and because I'm going to forget bringing it back to the original stip poster, I should make sure to tell them. I think in YouTube Studio we can get a stream link. How do we do this? Content. Live. Get shareable link. We did it. Oh, you're watching, Tom. The Trog was good. 3K value. Nothing wrong with that. Cool, cool. And we got one of the other stips too, I think, right? Which stip? Chaos Dwarf Blasting Charges. I like those. Wait, I swear to God we just did it. Oh no, it's somebody wanted high elves just now. I see, I see. Oh God. Well, we're doing Chaos Dwarf's Blasting Charges. I wonder if Hans is for like Han Clan. Yeah, Chaos Dwarf Blasting Charges. Okay, we're fighting the Wood Elves on Itza. Sure. We're gonna take this stip as literally as possible and just take literally all of the blasting charges. I seem to recall Wood Elves kind of struggle if you go like a really wide, heavily shielded build and you back it up with fire lore. Yeah, like we're just gonna take all silver shields and make it as hard as possible for them to get any kind of board traction. So we go, it's just like a giant build of stuff that is not profitable to shoot, basically. And then we back it up with like some tempo stuff, like a bunch of these little fuckers. Actually, we can probably start some of these. And then in the late game, we bring in train spam. Are the bolt throwers okay? Or are these terrible? What's the status of Hob bolt throwers? Okay. There's one way to find out. We take them. We lose. I see. Good. Good, good. Trains, I think, are still the best calves. So the Iron Daemon got nerfed, but it's like still fine, probably. Iron Daemon. We'll take one Skullcracker so we can try both. We could reinforce a Hell Cannon, maybe. I'm not completely in love with the Hell Cannons, but if... Oh, they just buffed the Magma Cannon, didn't they? Let's give that a shot. I like that. I like that. Yeet some of these guys in there. Yeah, we're doing it. We're doing them grenades. God, the Chorf Cav is so miserable. It's like probably the worst Cav in the game for the price. So I don't know. I don't think we're going to take Chorf Cav. We can also take the silver shielded guns, potentially. But I'm not totally in love with how these guys trade. I guess we do need some kind of a plan if he goes like Durthu. Or some big SEs. So maybe we take like, instead of the Skirm Cav, we take like 1 or 2 of these and we just play it slow if we need to. I don't hate that. What's the range on them? 90. Ugh. Ugh. So basically, like, if he goes lots of archers and not a tall thing, this unit is worthless. But if he goes tall, we need it or we can't beat him. So we'll take maybe like 1. I wonder if we're supposed to just bring a bunch of Infernal Guard and go more elite. What's the... Oh my gosh. So the Infernal Guard have a lot more stats. What do they get? They get 12 MD. So we spend 350 and we get a bunch of health, 12 MD. They're a little slower. Yeah, that's Infernal Guard are pretty chunky, to be honest. Let's try a couple. I want to see how they do. Because I haven't played with this unit much. So we're just going to waddle at them, I guess, is the plan. And hope that's good enough. Seems like it could work. Is Artie good against Wood Elves? Yes. But only situationally. Because they have lots of stuff that can render it like obsolete, like Waystalkers. So it's good, but you have to be like a little cautious with how much of it you deploy and when, which is why we're reserving this Magma Cannon here. And it'll be our first deploy. I think we actually can't afford... If he's like super Durthu-y, we'll just need to be scrappy. I don't think we can afford to... oh, the perfect spend. It can't be wrong. I don't think we can afford to go too tall here. So we're going lots of infantry, and then we just aren't going to be able to kill a Durthu. Seems fine. Get our blasting charge stip going. Oh, funny. Milk says Samurai came to find me. And that's what's going on. I like that. We're being targeted while we meme stream, guys. The sneaky gets... the regular Gobos have pretty decent melee stats that are beefier. I like them more, but maybe the Git's alright. I'm not like a Chorf main, so I haven't had an opportunity to like very extensively test a lot of these things. So he's probably on Waystalker Kite, or like a bunch of SEs, based on the 8 units that we're seeing. And we could build up, but the Chorfs are so slow that they can kind of get into your backfield. He might also be mass cav. We would just lose on the spot to that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pick an elite infantry for each point, and we're just gonna slow push everything, and hope that's good enough. And the idea is to 3-cap and then hold long enough, because there's just like no way we're winning on value. Oh god, the sisters are gonna destroy us. Destroy us. So I think we're looking at probably Wave Watcher Kite here. Actually, you know what? If we're really careful, we can probably zone the sisters with these Skirm Cav. We need to be like Mondo mega super careful because of the potential to just get chopped by his own Skirm Cav. But we can probably keep these guys from doing too much damage by just... Okay, what do we got here? Deep Woods. We don't care about that. Those are not going to have the damage output to grind through this like solid wall of silver shields. So we're basically trying to prevent Wave Watchers. Shit. Yeah, that's what we care about. Maybe we can chase them into the bushes. So we really need to 3-cap as fast as possible here. Because there's just like a 0% chance that we're going to be able to win on value. So we need to keep all the points and hold them, basically. And we're going to play this game where when he countercaps, he's going to need to like push stuff out to try to recap. We want to answer that reactively with like good summons. And then that will help us stay in the lead, basically. And we can just feed him hobgoblins one at a time. And if he's not getting cav charges off, we actually feel pretty decent about the ammo expenditure. So we're going to use these skirm cav as a secondary line to help exhaust the clock. Okay, Lost Sylvan Knight Stags. So he doesn't have an answer to the cannon. So let's bring that, start eating cannon shots at things. And we want the Chorf grenades to be able to... Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Serpentine, flee! We need this skirm alive pretty badly, actually. That was a misclick, oh well. What can you do? So the Lost Sylvan are coming up. Oh god, oh god. The Lost Sylvan are coming up. Oh, this cannon is also dumpstering. I love me some flame cannon. To do nasty, dirty things to our stuff over here. So we want to rotate with that in mind. Maybe we can get some shots off on these. And I think the damage priority is the Lost Sylvan, because that's one of the few things that can like actually cleave through our whole formation here. Okay, so we'll get our caster out. These guys can kind of just plink into the Lost Sylvan. Yeah, you see that was a that was an Infernal Ironsworn that just got erased there. The Lost Sylvan are not fucking around. That's a hell of a unit. I love that unit. I don't think this is the same player. Because the other player we were playing against had like much better micro. This is like not a bad showing, but they don't have like the same like really sharp positioning in micro that the VC player was exhibiting. So we want to get a big burning head off on his stuff. We're probably losing this game. Our tools to deal with what they're up to are pretty thin, to be honest. But we might be able to grind it out on time. They don't have like a ton going on other than these Lost Sylvan. And they're gonna have a hard time stopping trains probably. So we could send Traino #1. Traino Drano, get in there. What's their caster? Do they have a heal? That would be good to know. I'm surprised we're doing this well on value, to be honest. I wonder if it's like misstating the value or something. Because in this kind of situation, you actually don't mind. We need to. Ooh. Ooh. Nope, nope. We're looking for a big burning head there. And we'll set our train top to help counter this stuff. We're looking for a big burning head still. Yeah, we'll take that. We get the infantry and also the Sylvan, and we're like pretty happy about that. Doing really good damage to them there. Trains fight that. This can come over since he's not applying much pressure to the side. We'll just send these into melee, to be honest, and run these out. What's a good target? Wardens of Cithriel. Okay, so that's going to be our next burning head target for sure. And we don't really want him to cap this point, but I'm not sure we can entirely prevent it, to be honest. Spread these out. We need to counter summon this so it doesn't kill the flame cannon. The flame cannon is like hard carrying. Train can do some work over here. You get in there. You waddle over here so we can't push the center. You run away. You run away. And big burning head. Ideally hit multiple units. Okay, this is back. We don't want... Oh, shit. Fuck. We don't want Orion to come and just, like, 1v1 our Lord mid. If we can avoid it. We're pretty far up on value. But... He did get the cap back. If he kills our Lord, we're kind of hosed. But if he doesn't, I think we can hang. So we're just going to run. Pump those Dwarven legs. Run, run, run. And in a second, we have an opportunity to get another Burning Head over here. And now I think it's trains for days. We just basically are summoning trains for the rest of the game. I wonder with support if this guy can hang with Orion. Probably not. Killing Orion is typically like a bit of a fool's errand. Let's try the Skullcracker. I want to see how this unit does. Nice, we got him. Cool, cool. 07, 12. CD, grenades. Okay, so let's update the record. Get it in the queue. Find a new stip. Not bad. Man, the matches are just pairing really fast. Usually you have to wait in queue for a while. Export. Record 3.0. Putin's chest. Great. Get shareable link. Who asked for the grenades? Chorf grenades. On the stream. We got there. That's kind of funny. We like timed out. Sally and Razor Kite. Cannons, deck gunners. Cool. Yeah, they don't have a lot of dynamic play, although the trains give you a little bit. Oh, Itza, okay. I kind of want to try the cannon spam here. Like let's do an Empire build maybe. Or let's do a GC build. Let's keep it kind of fun. I haven't been playing enough GC lately. This faction is a cool faction. They're not the best, but they're fun. Like they have really interesting units. So somebody told me these guys don't have they don't have terror. I had been playing them like they had terror for a long time, the Jet Lions, and they just like don't. And it's like, oh, that explains why their units wouldn't run. I understand now. That's so weird. I send my terror centerpiece in, and then like they all just fold. Why is their leadership so good? Yeah, the Chorfs are like a cool faction thematically, but they don't have that dynamism, that's for sure. The units are all pretty linear. They do the Chorf thing. High elves, okay. Well, sure hope the cannons work. I don't know if this is the matchup for like all the cannons, but we will give it a shot. We will give it a shot. So we have to build around this. I guess these cav are probably pretty good into high elves, and this is definitely great. I do kind of like the magistrate. Just stay like pretty tall. We could also do like one of the dragon lords. This is not a terrible matchup for Zhao Ming because they have so many good squishy targets. Yeah, maybe we run Zhao Ming. Their archers and stuff are particularly susceptible. And then we need to answer the question, how are we... Maybe we go 2 cannons? What did the stip say? What did the stip say? Cannons. I love cannons. It didn't say a fuck ton of cannons. So we can get away with not a fuck ton of cannons. I want to test some of these units that just got buffed. Even knowing that they're like maybe not the best. So we go like 1 starter cannon. We get some spears in here so he can't just like sneak around on us. Maybe we cut metal shifting because we're going pretty deep on shooting. I just want to see how the CDCs perform. The theory is that you have like a critical mass of fire and then that creates like a no-go zone. And then Zhao can like help route diving units, I guess. Or so goes the idea at least. Throw one of these in. And then we want like probably a little bit of peasant cav. It's not good. It doesn't win it against any of the high elf stuff, but you can use it as like a counter summon when they dive. And I think if we're doing this, we probably can't. I want to try the units. I think this is sketchy. Like, I don't think it does exactly what we need, but I want to give it a shot. Yeah, let's try this. And then, like, the most scary situation here is... oh, did I just forget to take another cannon? Shit. We have 1 cannon. That's a pretty weak satisfaction of the stip. Yeah, sky lanterns are very flavorful, I agree. It's very cool. I don't think they should like blow up more when they die, especially if there's like a fire source. There's a flavor miss there. We might have to run cannons again. I was like getting pretty deep in the reverie of what do all these units do and what do we want. Uh yeah, crane gunners are sick. I love crane gunners. But I think in the spirit of the stip, one cannon is probably not cannons plural. So there's the oh whoa, what's he doing? 8 units, okay. Is this a cav rush? Is this multiple dragon spam? I wonder what's going on. Is it a bunch of Shadow Warriors and a Lethanar? That would be really bad for us. I don't think we could even beat that. If we see that, we're going to try to just immediately 3-cap him and sponge as much damage as we can with the Lord. Hope it's SEs. We'll hotkey these guys. And maybe we put them in a pretty tight area. So they can mutually reinforce on fire, and we'll play the bot side, I guess, since he went pretty tall on his build. Unhotkey that, put that on a high hotkey. Yeah, this seems like a fine plan. Hope he's not on Shadow Warriors, basically. If he is, we need to spread out our CDCs right away and hope that their micro's not the best, or we're dead. The box form, they turn and effectively do more damage than if they were in a straight line, but the straight line fights better in missile mirrors because you can't hit multiple of them at once. All right, we see a dragon, some Silver Guard, Metal Archmage, including Final Tran. I feel like there's some Shadow Warriors in here, or else we would have seen what he was up to. So we'll move these out, and then Cav is probably going to be the priority. And we'll move our main formation over this way and waddle Zhao out to try to detect. Oh no, we do have 2 cannons. Okay, let's satisfy the stip. It's all about the stip. What is that? Must be Shadow Warriors. What's capping this point right now? You got like a little. Oh yeah, there they are. Oh boy. Oh boy. I think this is actually fine. Because Zhao can heal up. I don't want to go in there and like fight them while he's got Overcast Plague of Rust on him. That seems questionable. And also, I kind of want to summon some Cav out when we get an opportunity. Okay, here we go. Oh, we're still... Shit, it's still on us. Okay, now it's off. And we want to keep an eyeball on these guys. I think the Celestial Dragon crossbows and cannons will actually fuck them up. We just have to, like, play the spacing game thoughtfully. And if he wants to shoot peasants and stuff, that'd be my guest. Get a big breath off. I wonder if we just undragonify. Yeah, I think we do. Charge. No. Because we actually want him to shoot the dragon. We're like, he's just going to heal. We don't want him to shoot the other stuff. Okay, these need to get out of there. See if we can get a shock route on these. Run away. Run these up. Oh, we have to engage. This cannon's in a bad position. I think that's fine, though. Oh, God. You guys go over there, support the back line. Yeah, he's trying to focus fire the Lord, and the Lord is like very, very tanky. So this is acceptable. Very acceptable. We need to avoid getting routed, though. Oh, he's got the Overcast Plague of Rust on us. If he gets low enough, what we'll do is we'll just undragonify. This is one thing I like about the Rar. It's like heinously tanky. Like he charged it with this Cav, and it's just like beating the Cav. It's such a cool unit. And I think we can waddle these guys into the trees and see if he knows how to deal with that. And really nothing, like, I think the way the board looks, he's not going to be able to beat our ground army. So we just need to keep the Shadow Warriors contained, and I think we'll be in pretty good shape here. We are, unfortunately, I didn't think about this, we're giving him a pretty good matchup for the White Lions. But that's fine. We'll go over here, fight this, and then these White Lions. The Jade Warriors seem like not a good... oh, we have to be in dragon form to proc the heal. I forgot about that. So what we want to do, I think, is get the heal off and then flip. I always forget about that. Okay, get our Cav up here. Go charge his Cav over there. Send our stuff in. Dance around a little bit. And I think the priority is Cav first. Then Shadow Warriors for the dive. And we can basically ignore his infantry. And just run when he gets on top of one of our elite shooting units. Let's try these guys. I'd like to see how they do. And normally I want like the best possible spells, but in this case, we don't really want these spears getting a matchup against our... Ooh, there's a nice spicy dive. We don't want the spears getting a matchup against our Cav, so we're going to use a little bit of magic there. Ooh! He has no Cav support on the Shadow Warriors. Ooh, got a little overcommitted there on the Cav and infantry. Got a spicy little routathon, and I'm actually going to stay on these. In this situation, get that out of there. You grenade that. Because there's nothing really to stop my Cav. So I think I can just take that fight, follow them essentially all the way off the map. Get a big route. Maybe. Send these back in, get the terror. Yeah, that's pretty filthy. That's pretty filthy. Good. I think we got this one. And if he's not paying attention, his Lord will die very, very fast when we focus it with the bows. So let's put all of them on it and see. And I think we got our... did we use our heal? I think we did. Where's the damn heal? Yeah. Okay, so we want to flip. Just be real hard to kill. And then the game's basically over. I was actually flipping here. It's kind of funny because maybe that's sketchy, but we're doing so much damage with the archers. I just don't want to body block it. There we go. Cannons. We have multiple cannons. I believe we satisfied the stip. I'll take that. I'm not going to save these replays probably because doesn't matter. How did the cannons do? Oh! Ooh! I feel like that satisfies the stip. 2,300 on the cannons. The cannons were actually kind of essential here, to be honest. They like played a role where we would not have been winning without them. So I think that satisfies it. Cannons. Got the cannons. That was not an intentional all caps lock, but we did it anyways. Okay, so we got mass deck gunners with shade wraiths and Sally Razordon Kite, and then we have the demons fire stip, ogres no ogres. That's also a pretty funny one, and lots of elite melee units. Okay, there's some interesting stips here. So we're up to 4-0. Not bad. Take those. And I guess we'll keep picking the stips based on the map. Because you kind of want to run a stip in a situation where it can work. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, yeah, this is kind of fun. Just like a nice refresher from champ play. Do some quick battles, run some fun builds. I'll probably try to get like 2 more stips, then call it for this morning. This is so much easier than the fire stip. Like, I literally just queued into pub ladder and lost 4 times in a row on fire stip. Maybe we can try fire stip again. Get it a little exciting. I like this username. Okay, let's do fire stip. Let's do the stupid fire stip. I think the key issue for the fire stip is that the lord involved is terrible. Like, this guy is like basically a mana core that has a bigger hitbox, and there's also no cap. So like the range of things that we can do is like so stunted. And then if we get ahead, we also have kind of a hard time recapturing. Also known as bad. Our cab options are like the Greater Demon and the 1700 RAR that, oh god. Counts. No. Okay. We can play this. So against counts, elite infantry is actually pretty respectable. God, counts. And I don't think the pinks really do anything, so we're gonna play a combination of elite infantry and shitty mobility and hope that does it. Yeah, I could see this working for some definitions of working. Just gotta win it once. Just gotta win fire step once, and then we're done with fire step. God. We can... The shooting is just so not good against them, but how do these units stack up? Interesting. Sure. We'll take the 2 RARs. And then I guess... God. Maybe the keeper's asleep and we can get in there with a Changebringer, sure. That's one way to win. So we cut that. And then we need something that... these are just the least bad thing that can hold territory, which is pretty funny because they're like really not good. Maybe Blood Thrones. How do these compare on stats? Is that worth 250? So we get a little stats across the board. We get Hellblade. Yeah, it's probably worth it. So we'll take these. This is our cavalry, essentially. That's a kind of powerful ability. And then we take the heal and the... Oh, God. We got Cav. I'll take this guy. How are we going to clear infantry? I guess our elite inf can kind of do it. And then, sure. God, they have bats and dogs and stuff. You can only take that unit if you have support for it. Maybe we start the blood... we'll start one of these guys, I guess. All right, we're playing... we're playing mobile SEs with fire buffs, and it'll be fine, I think. Or alternately, we'll rack up our 5th loss on fire stip. Build is hot garbage. Let's give it a shot. Yeah. The RAR cannon can kind of carry, maybe, sort of. I'm gonna lose like 10 times to get this stip. If it's the last thing I do, we're gonna make the stip happen. We could go like mass flamers of Tzeentch, maybe. That's an option. There's a lot of factions that can sort of barbecue. It can go very wrong also. Actually, I could sort of see that working against VC, to be honest. That's probably more likely to work than beating them in melee. Fuck it, yeah. I don't know how we protect them. That's part of the issue here. But let's give it a shot. Well, I guess it starts with our infantry. So we take just 2. We take some infantry. Yeah. This can work maybe. We definitely can't afford both of those. So we'll just take some more of these. Why not? Oh god. Oh god. There's no time. Oh god. Okay. Fuck it. Get in there, Blood Thrones. Oh nice, he did a clock reset. Okay, that was cool of our opponent. These units are like unbelievably bad at protecting flamers. Is what I was thinking about. And we do need a way to deal with White Kings, so maybe we do want one of these in the opener. We're really we're working hard. We're working hard. This is like overtime to get the fire stip to work. Okay, so then we have no mobility to protect these, so we have to summon this first. And maybe these. And God. It's just there's no good units. This doesn't have fire damage, does it? Nope. Nothing has fire damage. Not on this roster. Not on this roster, sir. Alright, fuck it. Hope it works. So, we're gonna... Yeah, I can see the change bringers. I need something that can hold points. I guess killing his lord with change bringers is like as reasonable a way to make this happen as anything. If the Fire Lord was cheaper, this kind of build could work. But I think you're starting out basically like, I don't know, 800 gold in the hole. Like that undivided Lord is so expensive compared to what it does. So you've got that, and then you've got this like Mimi build, which is an uncomfortable spot to be. So the change bringers can work, but usually they're like a unit that goes in the context of a more balanced build. These guys can definitely carry against VC though. Okay, so here we go. Let's see what happens. I guess we start this center, and we do want a 3-cap if we can, because a lot of our winning chances here are like late game capture bullshit, where we like sort of get ahead, but then we play points 1 and 3 and are able to grind out a win that way. Any of his reasonable lord choices are just like so heinously dominant over this Demon Prince. I guess we could have taken Fireball, and if he goes like a cheaper lord, we have some counterplay there. Oh god, Blood Knights. Great. Okay, well I guess our large stuff has play here. We're gonna need to play it a little on the slow side probably. Storm of Night is a problem. So we have to keep this away from that. But to be honest, our Lord wasn't really doing anything anyway, so it's fine. You can't counter what already sucks. Is that how that works? His build is pretty good against ours. Oy vey. Oy vey. So our best chance here is to get an engage before he can bring in like the support. Because our stuff is so bad. And we will just kite like fully back into our spawn if we need to. Skelly Warriors. It's gonna be almost impossible not to get caught here. Like I think he's going to have to fairly actively fuck up. And we have to countercharge here. Send these over. Maybe we can get a barbecued lord. It's gonna be pretty funny if we just cook his lord because he's not paying attention, and that's how we win the step. Oh, let's fucking go. He got the summon off. Gonna barbecue those. Fuck him up. Fuck him up, boys. Problem. Problem. Oh god. Dragon? You don't like to see that. I don't think we have anything on our roster that beats that. Or, well, not on our all-fire Demons of Chaos roster, that is. The normal dock roster is actually pretty good at counts. Not a problem. The RAR Cav is doing some work, at least, I guess. Maybe we can just get a Lord pick here. To be honest, that's like the most reasonable way to win this game. I'd like to get the... I guess the Bloodthirster can actually fuck that up. So that's an option. God, there's nothing even to... Our build is like highly sketchy. Oh god. Oh god. This Bloodthirster costs a lot. I don't think we can avoid the blob fight reasonably. Are we gonna have enough to summon this? Maybe we have to. Fuck it. Let's just waddle out. Run these away. Bloodthirster hopefully beats those. I actually don't know that it does. But we'll find out. God. This would be such a great spot to have a corn dog. And just summon it and clear for our ranged. Oh god, we're dead again. Fire stip. Bum bum bum. Oy vey. Alright. Yeah, you got us. Let's try that again. Fire stip. It's terrible. Record 4-1. I have fire stip in my nightmares. Export. All right. What can we do? We can go all horrors, but they don't really have like the oomph to win against anything reasonable. How many attempts do we try fire stip before we give up? What is an appropriate number of attempts? So the stip is we need to take the Demons of Chaos Caster Lord. Yep. And then we have to take only fire units. Which is like, I don't think we can rush. I think that the lack of cavalry means we pretty much need to go all in on like shooting. So with that in mind, maybe we do something like this. Kislev, damn it. Fire stip. Did they specify that we needed to take Burning Head? Dock, Undivided with Kindle Flame and All Flame. Okay, so we can at least take different spells. Did they change the vortex speed on the vortex angles on Flamestorm? Is this buffed? It might be. Let's try it. Okay, so against Kislev, we're gonna... What map are we on? Death Pass. Okay, we can poke. He's probably gonna have Groms, which will be awkward. But what are you gonna do? So here's our new plan. We're gonna micro the shit out of a whole bunch of SE poke. And hope that's good enough. Well, we build up some of these, and we have to bring... God. All these builds, I think we need Herald the Corn Fury because it's literally the only cav that we have access to on this stip. I think if we had a couple corn dogs, this would be very doable. There's no unit I'm forgetting that has like mobility and fire damage, like Corn Furies or something random don't have it right. How are we going to contain the Kislev cav? That's a big issue. I guess just kill it. Fuck it. Oh god. Okay, so that's more items than we want. None of these are any good, right? Yeah, ITV does nothing for us. This is not good. Not good. So we go like Flamestorm and Fireball, and we use the Fireball to proc a little bit more. And we do need something to cap points. That's a little bit awkward. I'm kind of tempted to bring like a Flamer, but they're so good at diving, I don't think we can get away with it against Kislev. I guess we just bring a bunch of these so we have like something approximating a front line. God. The natural counter to the armored Kossar, the blue horror of Tzeentch. Maybe one of these, I don't know. Maybe some blazing squealers. Fun unit. Yeah, sure. With this much SE, maybe we get to use the ammo refill to good profit. We do that. The fire stip gives me mental anguish. I think this is the Chinese player we were paired against earlier. He's gonna bring like a meta Kislev build, and we're gonna get stomped, chat. Just absolutely stomped upon. I accept. We knew what we signed up for. This is a hard stip. For future steps, I might need to contain them to like things that give a little bit of build flexibility. Because it would be one thing if it was like a build around, you know, like we go like, you know, the Fire Lord or Kindle Flame on something, and then, you know, lots of fire units. But all fire units kind of ties your hands on how much shenanigans you can do. Okay, so we're gonna play a side cap game with this one Flamer. So he's gonna go over here and just kind of peek around and poke, and the blue is gonna try to take the point. If he brings Cav, we're just gonna have to run away. And then the others are gonna run up front. This guy will be on that side, this will be on that side. And then this one will kind of play the between points over here. And the blues are, these two blues are gonna go try to cap the side point. We can't really hope to capture mid within reason. So we'll do it like this, I think. And then this guy will like, our Lord will try to get some good flame storms off by like hovering over here. All right, let's see what he did. I don't see a Grom, that's good. They have a Footcaster with Hawks of Mishka, which hilariously doesn't have good targets because our build is ass. Okay, so we want to get the Pokebokes out here. The side objective poke is actually probably going to work reasonably. And then I think our first summon has to be the Heralds. Which cap is this? Griffin Legion, okay. That'll be a good target for spells and stuff. Oh, he's going around to the side with the Griffin Legion. Okay, so we need to keep these not committed too deep. Oh no, the terrain is bad. Oy. Can't catch a break, huh, chat? We're gonna like, we took all this poke and it's just like not gonna do damage. If he gets too deep with these, we can also probably use Changebringers. We need him to basically like come out here because this terrain is not manageable for this. I think I want to get the Herald out first because I need it. We have to be able to hold this side objective so that we have like some time. And we can't do that if we have 0 presence. We might also be able to like cheeky cap center. These need to run away so he doesn't dive us. And I guess we'll just get a fireball off so we can get the fire weakness on the Kislev roster. And he doesn't have his mass support, so I think I'm actually going to go in right now. If he comes around for the flank, we need to be a little bit wary of that. Let's not get hit too much. This is actually, like, kind of sort of working for some definitions of work. Oh, is that Ice Guard? Oh, no, that's Kossar's. Okay. Maybe clump these up over here. Fly our Lord out of there. Oh, shit. Wait, is that a Grom? Okay. Shit. Well, there goes our value. We need a way to... Okay, so what we're going to do here, I think, is try to catch these units, bring our Lord around, keep moving this, and then we're going to summon a Changebringer as soon as we can. And hopefully get a good engage. This guy needs to keep running. This needs to get over there. That's a bit of a problem, but we can go into melee with this, and that'll also screen the Grom. The Fireball doesn't do enough damage to Grom. So that's a no-go. And we really need this Rar to stay up. Oh god, the Hawks. The Hawks! Awkward. Okay, now he's winning. Fuck. Fire stip! Most factions have something to say about it if you only bring shitty demons. It's not common that there is just no answer on the roster for this kind of play. I like that we're, like, you know, working really hard for, like, this tiny bit of poke, and then he's like, lol, Grom. And it just all falls apart immediately. Okay, so I think we can start summoning some horrors. We'll summon this one because it's the least susceptible. We need to make some plays here. Like, get these off the map. Maybe he'll let us, if he doesn't have Skirm Cav, he might let us, like, you know, try to get a Flamestorm off here. Maybe we can, like, take out some Cav. He's walking out of it, damn. Okay, we're gonna try to distract him up front, and then just, like, fly in back here and attempt to kill Grom with the... Oh, we'll see. A man can dream, you know? A man can dream. You gotta have hobbies. Okay, okay. We got one shot off. We need to micro these pretty carefully. What are these? Oh, God, Ice Guard. Big problem. We're going to run into the other problem Fire Stip has, which is no follow-up. So, like, even if we get ahead in this early game, because we don't have anything else to do, we then lose the late game. This is where, like, we would really like to have just, like, a tiny, eensy-weensy bit of cav. And we're... Unfortunately, we'll take damage from the Ice Guard here, but we don't really have the luxury to not engage because our cav is surrounded, and so we have to go in right now. Okay, we got a point, so at least we're not, like, pointless. Fly that out. Maybe get the Lord. Maybe get the Lord. There's always, like, kill their Lord and then win that way. Oh god, this needs to be unsummoned. Ice Guard are good. Maybe we can get a fire. Storm off on the Ice Guard. These are just going to fly out there. Well, we've got 2 points, but we're also getting kind of trashed on the damage value. Maybe this can get a route on the Lord. It's all pretty awkward. These are not powerful units. At least not like in this combination. I might give up on the fire stip for now. We'll I'll go scheme on it. While we're on stream, we'll do something that like is a little more likely to have play. This is like such a severe stip. I'm 6-0 on this stip, or 0-6 on this stip. I think if you maybe I'll like maintain the spirit of the stip, but allow myself to take like a few non-fire units. All is a lot. Maybe we're not dead here though. We didn't hear no bell. I sort of hear a bell. God. All those healthy range units that we don't have any counter pressure for are pretty awkward. Yep. I think this matchup is actually kind of hard for Doc, typically. And this is not making it easier. Like he went for kind of a little bit of a sketchy build. Like he's all in on his shooting. So, you know, if we have some more melee elements ready, I think we can give him a bit of a run. But in the absence of those, the counterplay is just so weak. It's very, very anemic. We can't afford for that to get taken out, so we're going to have to send in the change bringers. And then I guess we resummon the corn cav. Oh god, more ice guard. Oy. Well, we gotta run away from those. And then this needs to go do some damage over there. This has to run. And maybe we can, like, now that the Grom is down, oh god, that didn't actually route these. Man, the Kislev units with Fire Blood are so sticky. Sticky. Yeah. I've had enough of I had my fill of Fire Stip for the time being. We'll play this one out. Oh god. Watch for this. Is this? This is a case where Burning Head actually would have been pretty good. The problem is that it doesn't do a lot against Cav. So if they go for like a SE and Cav type play, you have a problem. We're going to try to MLG micro win with just these 2 units. The Ice Guard are a big issue. I wonder where his Lord is. I don't think we killed... Oh, no, it's just hanging out back there. God. This is a clown show over here. At least it heals in melee. Oh, God, he's just side-capping us. Fantastic. And Grom's back. It's questionable. Highly questionable. So we need to send something over there. Whatever that is. Looks bad, chat. Looks bad. I think we can pack it in. I'm gonna summon the Cav, go take my side objective. There's some possibility that he just like royally isn't able to deal with this one unit, and somehow this just runs over the. Oh no, okay. Fire Stip is not working. All right, let's try something else. We can do the deck gunners. I give up. I'm a coward. It's too hard. We'll go rack our brain and circle back on this one. My brain is too tiny right now. Need more morning coffee. Okay. So we've got all Sally, Kite, and Cav, and we've got mass deck gunners as bingo card fills. And if you guys can think of something clever, Fire Stip is still a thing. I guess we could. We haven't tried the melee SE builds where we like, we take a bunch of blood shrines. Perhaps that could work. Not the most confident in that concept, but I could certainly see a world in which it functions. Kind of curious what you think. Seems questionable. Deep think, deep think. Yeah, let's do like Kite or Deck Gunners. That seems like a plausible plan. But this is interesting. I'm learning that I'm like really dependent on Cav. Like a lot of your ability to express skill or like punish your opponent is a function of having mobility stuff. And so if the stip happens to cut off Cav completely, like against that formation, we could take like some poke and then lean in on mobility and stuff. This is a good map for the VC one or the VP one. Coast. But with no Cav, there's no way to punish their formation play. Oh, Zinch, okay. We said we'd take Shade Wraith, so we're taking Shade Wraith. Oh my god, how many of these are we allowed to have? Holy shit. Deck Gunners, you can have 5, wow. Is that good? I don't know, let's find out. I think, didn't they also just buff Noctilus? I think Noctilus got a buff. Sure, yeah, I could see this working. Why not? And then we need something to. We're gonna need. Yeah, we can't go 5 deck gunners and Noctilus. Actually, that's too pricey, I think. Although that said, the other lords are like kind of not cost effective. Like we go for this guy, and once he's kitted out, I'm not sure we're that far ahead of what the spend we were trying to. Oh! I forgot this thing got buffed. Yeah, it's pricey, but we can maybe make it work. Okay, so we take those. We need some of these. I do like the buffed depth guard. So let's try how these guys are. That's exciting to me. I'm going to interpret mass as 4. I don't think we need to fully max out. And it's more likely that like our shenanigans actually work if we're deep, but not that deep. And then, so these will help crowd control infantry, and we can probably shoot horrors. Probably. I think we need 1 piece of arty. We need some bats and dogs for counter diving. Although we prefer these fuckers. These guys got buffed, but Zinch is obviously not the place to take them. And it's hard to leave home without some of these also for Furies and such. And then I guess we take some pole arms. Yeah, it seems like it could work. And a bloaty boy. I like the idea that he takes some like elite infantry and we get to try out the bloaters. Yeah. Yeah, this seems fine. Let's give it a shot. I can see this working. Oh, this feels so much better than Fire Stip. We have units. It's like, we can brew. I think the fun of the stips is that you get to work around the constraint, and like it's this creativity moment where you can try to figure out how to deal with it. So the ones that don't give you any budget, I'm less into. Of course, you know, the guy who posted the Fire Stip, I have this like whole narrative built up. He was just like, oh yeah, it'd be cool if you did this. And I'm like, I'm gonna spend 4.5 hours trying to take this to the extreme and losing it. Hold you personally responsible for the grief you've inflicted upon me. Okay, so on this map, we just go bot. Make a box, push with the box. He went pretty wide for Zinch, actually. With 13 units. So I'd expect to see, you know, like Zangors and a bunch of like pushy infantry. And then we're gonna like basically try to have a reasonable backfield so that when he dives us, we can like counter him effectively. And we got our Bloaty Boy. Ooh, we can even start the Bloaty Boy in the tree. I like this. I like this. Is there a way to go? Guard mode might make them less likely to Bloaty Boy suicide, so we're into that. Okay, let's see if this works. I think the I seem to recall the damage output on the deck gunners being like a little bit on the anemic side, but they're still like a unit. Okay, so what do we got? We got Rust. Interesting, just Rust. He's got the sword, so we probably need to spread out formation a little bit more. And then we've got a whole lot of horrors. That's interesting. I think the pistol mobs actually do well into horrors, if I recall correctly. So we're gonna summon a fuck ton of these and find out. I think they actually have like a slightly better tanking uh-oh. Okay, I see. That's where the rest of his gold is. Bloaty Boy doesn't want those hands. Oh god. Is this on a horse? Yeah, it is. Okay. We need to be... This is like the coast. You see what they're doing, but you're too slow to do anything about it. And let's make him not have like whatever position he wants. I would like to pop this out of the trees and cast a fat Gaze of Nagash on that horse caster if I can. Okay, we're out of the trees. Let's see if he's paying attention. Oh, that's not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, so we need to be shooting his stuff. We can try to get the Bloaty out on a pink. And I guess we, at this point, we'll lose if he's able to just walk the pinks up and shoot our stuff. Oh god. Pathing issues. That's so awkward. We're in trouble, guys. We're in trouble. The shit is deep. We are in deep shit. Where's he going? Land those Furies. Oh. The deck gunners are getting hosed. So we're gonna need for the melee units to carry. Yeah, that was a pretty bad engage for us. I think that many deck gunners is a little bit vulnerable. A little bit vulnerable. I guess what we're gonna do here is aggressively heal. Oh, whoops. Awkward. All right, let's go try to kill a pink with that. Run that back. Oh god. get the bad melee units out of melee. And he's going to go, unfortunately, probably pop our bloated corpse with his lord if he knows what he's doing. I think we're dead. I think we're dead. It's hard to see how this exact push ends up working out. Okay, so the mass horrors, I think, probably hard counter that because we can't get enough damage on the approach. And if we're that deep on the deck gunners, we don't have a way to counter the dive. So maybe what we need to do is, if we want to win with this stip, we need a way to not have the deck gunners just get deleted because they don't do very much damage and they don't have very much health. I don't think we can do it against like a Zinch type faction, to be honest. VP is probably the worst faction in the game. Oh, I should update a record. 4-3. What do you think, Chad? How do we get mass? 3 might qualify as mass for a unit that's that bad. We could do a bunch of crabs and some deck gunners and use the crabs to create space. We could do like a Skaven campaign build where we just take so much shooting that we create like a no-go zone. So we could do like handgunners and deck gunners. Actually, that might work. Like a square firing law style formation. Seems like maybe it's got some teeth. Let's try that next. So we're gonna take basically like 12 guns and position them in a gun checkerboard so that they mutually reinforce each other. And then the idea is it'll be harder to dive the deck gunners because the pistol mobs will shoot the stuff that would do that. And the deck gunners will give us like a little bit of reach. I think we go for 3. Yeah, that seems like thematically on. The even when you're like maxing out coast, you kind of get hard countered by like all shooting builds. Like high elves, Zinch, Doc type things. So the question is like, what units are we going to use to counteract that? You can kind of spot the archer builds and do mass mortars, but I don't think you can do mass mortars and mass deck gunners. So deck gunners need to fulfill that role. But because they don't have that much more range than other ranged infantry, you have to be able to push their ranged infantry out so they can't just walk up and like counterfire the deck gunners like happened there. But if you're doing that, you don't have enough units to protect the deck gunners. So that creates kind of like an awkward structural bind. Maybe the hope is to like come up against a melee faction and just have like the gun box where like everything that steps within a couple feet of it gets erased. I think that could actually work. It's interesting. Yeah, let's try like the really dedicated gun box here. Border low. Yeah, this map's fine for that. Oops, Vampire Coast, lock in. If our opponent wants to think, we'll let them do that. If they're also like mega melee, we can use the cannon guns. The deck gunners are definitely a unit that you kind of want like 1 or 2 of. 5 is for sure a no-go. Nurgle, this could work maybe. Okay. Let's do 3 of these so we're honoring the stip. We'll go Silostra so we have a cheap Silostra on foot so we have a cheap terror source. And take just Tide Call. And then we'll go a light holding front line. Max pistol mobs. 2 of these. 1 of these. And we're gonna summon in some of these, 1 of those, some of these. This guy, those guys. A couple dogs. Yeah, this seems... I guess we'll replace this with however many of those we're allowed. And animated Hulks suck, but they kind of do the dog job as well, or better than dogs. We go like another one. With that? No, I do want one dog. There we go. Let's give this a shot. So this is like old school gunline tactics. The burning chariot, yeah, it doesn't quite work, bearded. We could give it a shot. Like we could open on a bunch of them. The main issue for the burning chariots is they just don't like actually do enough damage as a chariot, and their damage output as a ranged unit is not the absolute highest. I think I think I'll just relax the stip so I can have like 2 cab units, and that's enough to like play, you know. You need enough units in the stip to have some agency to control the game. Especially just a single elite cav is very awkward because you can't really make plays with it. You can't like bluff or do anything to get them in a bad position, since they just have to track the one unit in their cooking. We'll do some pencil gun form. I love pencil form. This makes it so you have like pretty unobstructed shooting lines for the gun secondary. So we go like this is a silly plan. This is a silly plan. We'll see if Nurgle is up to the task. They probably are, but you know, what can you do? I'll just put this on the flank. And we're stacking our guns basically in this grid where they have good diagonal shooting options. And then we're using the Shade Wraith to make them dive in. Everything goes on guard mode. Bottle up. Oh god, oh god. It's the map thing where if there's like a little terrain doohickey. Ooh, great on clean one with Spirit Leash, okay. Oh, we don't want that. And I think based on his summons, we probably just want to summon a lot of animated Hulks. So we have like and infantry, so we have like a little more mass blocking. And we're going to need to get up on mid because he doesn't actually have to engage us. He can just sit here lobbing shots with the Noxbringer. Great on a Beast of Nurgle. Cool, those just got buffed. That's a very cool unit. And we'll summon the slow stuff first. Because we need to get all our stuff out. And it doesn't look like he has heals. So we don't need to worry about not plinking away at the SC. So yeah, we mostly just want like stuff to deal with his melee and likely Fury summons soon. See if that puts some effective pressure. These bushes are a little bit awkward, but I think we can probably still get a sight line. Yeah, we'll just keep summoning chaff. Chaff. Got some good damage there. We'll let him have this. So he is ceding the point. We don't have like the best options. If he wants to like really back up and just poke us with the Nuxbringer, we don't have the best options to counter position that. But it also doesn't do that much damage. So it's not like it's like severely putting us in a hole. We don't really have tools to go cap his safe point, unfortunately. Because what we'd like to do is 3-cap him so he doesn't have as much time to like hang out and shoot. Or apply a bunch of damage to his army so that he feels obliged to move in. But in this case, we can't do that. So I think what we probably need to do... We don't want to just like both build up and then we see whose army wins. Because I think his does if he gets to shoot us for a long time first. So I think what we do here is try to move our box up to essentially pressure middle. Here, we'll move these back. And then just try to get him to dive, basically. And I think the terrain here is such that we can get like a nice hill formation. And we can bring these guys around, you know, maybe get like a little bit of damage on the point. If he gets too much damage on the Shade Wraiths, what we'll do is basically like walk them back. Just trying to get a use of my spells off here. We don't want to overcast actually because he's got Lore of Death. Okay, let's reposition the box. He's coming around for a flank. Get these in nice deep positions so they have mutual reinforcement of fire. Yeah, it's not too bad. I think we can actually move up a little bit more here. Hug this, put that over there. Position this for where it looks like he's setting up for the dive. What's this? Marauders, all right. Do a little box reformation. And we're going to start summoning our melee assets here. We can probably just fully snipe this. The guns have like crazy DPS. So when they get something out of position like that, you can punish them pretty hard. Bring this around. It actually looks not bad. You want to push that up in. Oops. This looks pretty decent. Summon Damn Knights Errants. It's like a counter dive component. This should be able to handle this. Put them in charge formation. Summon some more of these. Send these up. Send those up. Go wind. Maybe we can burst the Lord. We'll see. The guns are like so good against that kind of unit. Yeah, there it goes. It's very satisfying. Especially, I mean, these guys are just like tearing it up. Yeah, there we go. Good shit. Good shit. Guns, 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 guns. Target priority on the Furies, so they can't take out our diving, our counter dive stuff. Doggo and a bat, just because they're fast. those in there. Since I lost her. Is this a summon? Yeah, that's a cultist summon. If we can get his safe point, that'll put us in a pretty strong position, I think. So maybe we send these doggos over here to support chasing things off. Get an overcast tide call. It's good. Looks like he's pushing to take our side point, so we'll send some sirens out there. I think even though the Nurglings have magic damage, the sirens just hit hard enough that it's not a threat. Walk our summon out. Turn this to shoot that. Shoot that, shoot that. Yeah, this looks pretty good, chat. Got the deck gunner stip. Not bad, not bad. That's a lot easier than the fire one. I think the fire one's too picante. Like I'm not ready for the spice. I can't handle the spice. It's like 5-star picante stip. I'm more of like a 2-star guy. Cool. Okay, we got the 3 cap. We've routed off most of the Nurgles. Good. How did the deck gunners do? I hope they did pretty well. I love this unit's so fun. When it gets to target something expensive and big, it just like absolutely tears it up. So one-sided. Cool. What the deck gunners do? Not bad actually. Not great, not bad. Well, I think that's a good place to end it, everybody. Thanks all for tuning in for this quick morning stream. Thanks for your ideas. Ended 5-3. We take those. Remember to like and subscribe if you like this kind of content, and tell me what you'd like to see going forward. See you later, nerds.